What is up, everyone, and welcome back to another reaction video. Today we are continuing with our Smallville series as always, and we are on to episode 5 of season 3. Now, in the last episode we left off with, we got introduced to Sarah Conroy, a girl who was trapped in a coma and being haunted by some sort of demon, and Clark had to obviously save her, and he worked with Lana to do so, which was a really fun episode, quite different. I quite like the premise of it. I won't go into that too much though. If you guys want to check out my opinions on the episode itself, I did a reaction to it in the in my Smallville playlist. We also had Lex and Lionel squaring up against each other, with Lex trying to work for Lionel, but Lionel wanting to put him through a psychological test to see if he's still traumatized from the events that happened to him when he went down in the plane crash, and so on and so forth. I also think there's ulterior motives there for Lex and for Lionel, but we just have to wait and see until we get into the story a little bit more. But I'm really looking forward to this episode and seeing what we get. But without further ado, guys, I think that's enough of a recap of the last episode. Like I said, if you want to check out my full opinion on it and the episode itself, it's in my Smallville reactions. But let's jump into today's. I'm really excited for it. And let's get to it. I hope you enjoy. Comet impacting the sun. I was going to say some sort of asteroid.
Astronomical events of the last century.
Hey, Clark. Son, you want to give us a hand here?
Clark was mesmerized by the news.
You caught me in the middle of this news special.
Really, what's the...
According to NASA, the sun took a directive from a comet disaster that has nothing to do with me.
I actually bet it is.
Oh, I think I'll run. Bye.
So strong that it smashes the Earth's magnetic field of the universe.
Sure.
He is absolutely hammered.
That's one small step.
Who is this guy?
And all the little Kansassians in it.
Trouble here, I think you might have had enough.
Oh, I know that actor. I know the bartender. I can't think of his name, but I know he's in Glee. And a few other things.
Small town friendly, my butt.
Why are we just following some random drunk dude?
No,
What did that name say?
no, I'll find it. No, I have not been drinking.
I want to see what that name said. I like how they asked if he was drinking. Oh, is he going to see Clark? Oh, damn. Oh, shit. That guy's lucky he's not injured. But he's seen Clark use his super strength and super speed.
He walked right through the...
Perry White.
No way! That's Perry White! Oh shit! I didn't realise. I thought the name tag said White, but I couldn't make it out. That's quite cool. Okay, but he's seen Clark's abilities. There's no way he's gonna believe. There's no way nobody's gonna believe him though. He's a drunk. I'll never get old. I'll never get over the Smallville theme. I think Perry's going to try to expose Clark, but nobody's going to believe him because he's a drunk. I mean, he was even drunk when he saw it. I love how he can just hammer these posts into the ground perfectly.
Oh,
Damn!
take it easy, Clark.
I misjudged my strength.
Listen, I just
A little
got
too
off the
much
phone
juice.
last night.
The paramedic said his breathalyzer was off the...
Clark Kent!
That's putting it lightly.
Last time I saw you, you were frisbeeing the... You must be Mr. Kent?
Yes, I am. Certainly glad you feel...
And my assignment editor is screaming for my head.
We agree on the sheriff.
I'm the advanced man for X-Styles. Right up there with the Tooth Fairy.
He definitely does now, though.
Don't you need tools for a job like that?
Ah, Mr. White, you really
No,
didn't...
I didn't. I thought we should discuss a settlement. Look, I'll make this easy on you. I need a local who knows.
Nah, he's got an ulterior motive. He wants to do a story on Clark.
I had the mansion reconstructed, but the decor. Move away from the artifact.
Session would be more productive.
We're actually getting to see his sessions.
And no amount of probing can uncover emotional issues.
Ordinary enemy.
I was ill, suffering from malaria.
Your blood work, Lex. There was no trace of disease.
What I understand, Doctor, is that Luther, our final hour is up.
Oh, he's done all 5.
Miss our sessions.
That doctor's pissed because she knows there's a lot to work on with Lex. I think he might eventually go back to her. There's certainly a possibility.
That's it.
Maybe
you don't
not.
want to see anything else?
Well, blown out buildings and sinkholes, the human dimension. And an interview.
Oh. Shit.
What are you doing?
I wasn't expecting him to do this.
Sorry, just a simple Q&A, you know.
Could this be a ploy?
Coping 14 years after the Big Bang. And I'm sorry, but that makes you newsworthy.
Maybe you should both leave.
Ooh.
Milano was part of your agenda.
And you didn't tell me your high school papers developed quite a rep in the bug-eyed. Principal authorized.
Barry might be a drunk, but he knows his shit. He does his research.
Incredible.
It's also all true.
Very observative as
Mr.
well.
White is interested in the meteor shower. I didn't think it would hurt if he had a look.
I think we've already borrowed 2 or 3 of your ideas for our show.
Excuse me?
Oh, just
Damn.
special. It's not every day that I meet another junk journalist.
Cable show gave up around episode 2.
That's it. We're done.
Ooh.
You're...
Up, and then later on you can swing by and we'll pick up the tour.
Why is she so impressed?
Do you have any idea who that was?
Not particularly, no. No, very little. Fill me in, Chloe. I want more scenes with you anyway. Damn, I
I'm sorry, I'm interrupting.
thought that might have been Helen.
Came to hate the roar of the ocean.
Trying to finish a job on Lex.
And I'm sure you didn't come all this way to discuss that.
Television reporter came by the Talon today, and he wanted to do an interview. Not really. He said he was going to come back tomorrow. And in an instant,
Damn, this is the 2nd or 3rd time Lana's gone directly to Lex for help. Yeah. So she stereotyped him again.
He must have been very I'll make sure he never bothers you again.
Ooh, Lex and Perry have a history. They have a history.
Mr. White, I've been looking for you.
A reporter yet, Kent?
Like you used to be?
Like you wouldn't believe.
Memories fade, but a
One
good...
of the best reporters in Metropolis.
Ah, so he was a reporter then. So I was going to say I thought he was a reporter.
Smoother with a little lubricant.
I thought he worked for the Daily Planet.
You have a gift, you shouldn't turn your back on it.
Journalism.
What was the second?
Picked on your girlfriend and ticked off your lady editor.
Ways is common sense.
They definitely know each other.
Clark doesn't have anything to do with this. Look, it's about you.
Well, Lex, don't you think you're overreacting?
For the ride, kid.
Damn. Did Lionel have something to do with him potentially getting fired? From being a reporter? Like, maybe did Lionel, like, get him sacked or something? That's what I'm thinking. Or did he, like, set him up in some sort of way? Has to be, right? Has to be something like
So was ambushing. This came easy to you.
You know, our one and only encounter.
Good at sniffing out reporters, but you played just the front. You were scrounging for dirt on my father.
That's what
that. Damn.
If you really had anything on, make sure you're on the 4 o'clock bus.
Damn, so Perry had stuff on Lionel and Lionel got him sacked. That's 100% what happened, and that's why he resorted to being a drunk. I wonder if Clark will show up.
We're not...
Hey,
Friendly as you first thought.
Well,
One way to put it.
An hour. You want to give me a hand?
Sure.
Oh, what? Why isn't his super strength working?
Why don't you give it one more try?
And now he can throw the tractor. Holy shit! Look how far it went! Is he gonna see his tractor just flying through the air? That is amazing! That is absolutely fucking amazing! That is one of the best things Smallville's done. And he's just seen him super speed there. Perry knows. If he didn't know before, he does now.
Mr. Kent.
Do you think Clark would have picked up the number plates?
We were pulling up to the farm in our truck, and
I'm telling you, it fell out of the sky.
And why don't you go begging the nurses to get flying monkeys out of your room?
To be honest, Sheriff, I'm not sure what happened.
There's enough
I
of us in
I
Valhalla.
actually respect how calm Perry's being right now.
Don't call me Chief.
He's hiding something, Chief.
Total loss.
Clark, I'm not concerned about the tractor.
This is amazing, man. There's no way Perry leaves now or lets this go. And if him and Lex interact again, could he be the one to break it to Lex or to Chloe?
Weather service expects a light shower of fresh
Ooh.
machines followed. Once the kind of reporter that I would like to be.
She used to admire him.
Pulitzer nominations to walking the Bigfoot.
Having it and being afraid to write it can be remarkably persuasive.
And Chloe knows that all too well. Lionel ruined him.
Isn't that the Kent farm?
That boy is going crop circles on the barn.
Oh man, I wonder if this could lead to Chloe finding out. I've always said Chloe should know.
I know, Dad, but my power started to glitch when the common impact.
Fender bender produced the largest solar.
We always have wondered about the source of your abilities.
Wow, so Clark's being affected the same as technology.
Done.
It's like you're some sort of walking
Oh,
solar bath.
oh!
Now, if that's true, maybe your accidents are going to stop.
So because the sun gives him power...
Hey, Clark.
Right, okay, so because the sun gives him power, it's like... It's
Perry White?
And so is Chloe.
Lex, calm down.
Sign off on my psychological release. In fact, you're recommending even more sessions to begin.
Your failed marriage and everything that's happened since you came to Small. We spent 5 hours discussing your art collection, your fascination with expensive cars, everything except the most traumatic. Out, they could consume.
We've been over this, Doctor.
I do agree with her, to be honest. I think Lex will eventually do more sessions. I do think he will.
Joe, Clark. I got the facts to back it up. Morning. You're Johnny on the spot, Clark. You're small.
Harry might be a drunk now, but he's a damn good reporter.
Best of them.
Even Lex admitted that towards the beginning of the episode. Oh, his abilities went into overdrive in front of him again! Oh no! Oh no! This is such a funny premise, man. I'm really enjoying this episode.
My light speed gave out on Lake Tahoe.
This thing's getting way out of control, Clark.
This is crazy. I wonder how long this is going to
I'm
continue.
afraid it's not going to be that easy, son. Perry, that easy anyway.
How are they going to stop him pursuing the story?
I could hardly believe it.
Yeah, you and me both.
Now, this is a conversation I
We
anticipated.
have nothing to talk about.
Oh!
Personal, Clark. This is a new low, even for you.
A story that'll bring new meaning to the phrase sins of the
When they find what's left of you.
Go on, Lex! Could Lex potentially be getting put into overdrive because of his trauma? There's no way the solar flares affecting him, right?
Clark, I never thought you'd rate your own paparazzi.
Our crew.
Yeah. Well, the good news
Damn.
is if the solar flare theory is correct, then
So hopefully it should end tonight. But Perry's got some resources and reach still.
Prisoner in my own house. I just.
Dad! Mark, wait!
Jonathan, hurry!
Son!
And they got the camera crew outside. They need to put that out now.
Clark.
And Clark hurt himself as well.
Burned it. My
He's
powers must be
vulnerable.
gone. Perry White will be there to catch the whole thing on tape.
But where are you gonna go? You robbed the car, well, the truck. X-Styles, reporting on all the supernatural. Sounds like a cheesy TV show.
Keep it rolling. I want it all on tape.
Two people are gone. So why don't you just leave my family alone?
It was Jonathan. He baited him. Fair play, Martha threw me off, man. She really did. Because I wondered who that was in the car at first, but then she said Clark. Convinced me.
You're doing all this, Pete.
you know I'm always up for a little undercover.
Man, I'm glad Pete's getting a bit of a role this episode as well. He's come in clutch twice.
We reserve the right
Oh.
to refuse service to anyone. Oh, I was, till they threw me out. Please, Miss Lang.
Now he's investigating Clark. She'll be interested.
It's in my blood.
Well, if you're finished.
Little issue over non-payment of fares. But I'll make you deal. Paid permanently staying out of your life for
Man, Perry is very smart. I like how well he plays the game. And I have to admit, I love his admiration for being a journalist and being a reporter and the dedication he's put into it. You can tell he loves it.
Lana? What? I gotta get to Saunders Gorge right now.
That's so lucky that Lana told Clark about it. And he can't get there.
I'll drive.
Yes, Pete. It's a risk, though. This could be a complete setup from Perry's end.
Lana, you okay?
Took him to the bus stop viewpoint and got out on the ledge and said he
Oh, shit!
Be careful. He's really drunk.
Oh my god!
Packs a punch.
He's not drunk. He's doing this intentionally. Oh, shit!
Long, you're shockproof, and you're incredibly.
Talk about that.
No.
Is he really gonna out him like this?
Mr. White, wrong about me.
I'm betting
I
you'll
don't
save
believe
me.
it, man.
I guess we'll find out, huh?
He still hasn't got his abilities back. It was a setup anyway. He was tied to a rope.
I don't have any powers.
Clark is so lucky he's vulnerable right now, but what if he goes into overdrive?
Hold on, Mr. White!
Hurry!
Oh no. Get that knotted up good, Pete. What happens if he goes too far to the side and it starts to drag the rope along the rocks?
Hurry! All right now. Hold on much longer.
Perry needs to grab the rope, man. They both just about made it up. Pete coming in clutch again. 3 times. And he can see the cuts and the burns on his hands. And now it's going to make Perry question whether he's just whether he's insane or not, or if he's just a drunk. It is kind of sad when you think about it.
I will be revealing things that are deeply personal.
Let's go and start recovering from the traumas of the past.
I knew he'd be back. I actually think this could be really good for Lex. And if he can get over his traumas, it could be significant for moving his character forward in terms of progression.
Clark,
Wanna check? Hey!
Everything went back.
That was cool.
Including your
I like that.
I thought you could do all those incredible things.
I wanted to thank you for forgiving me.
I went to the graveyard this morning.
Oh, has it helped with her?
That is the last thing they would have ever wanted for me. There's someone else in my life. I also told them that we were in a kind of strange place right now.
Oh, Clark, come on. Man, Lana's being so good to you.
They know they will always be in my thoughts.
I really like that scene between them, and I'm glad that it helped them both ultimately in the end. Like, I love Clark acknowledging that he shouldn't have helped bring those feelings up, even though he didn't mean to. And I love Lana speaking about Clark in that manner and being able to see her parents' graves again.
When I saw your face up there after it was all over.
Trust me, Mr. White, I'm not that good.
17 hours and 5 minutes sober.
Hey! Worked out for Perry as well.
Find the courage to finish the one story I let go.
Exposing Lionel.
Perry White.
Something tells me you're right.
Yes! Oh!
A friend or two on the Daily Planet. Hey, I went over a couple more of your torch samples. Look me up. I owe you one.
Oh, he's definitely coming back. We're seeing Perry White again. 100%. If we don't, this was an awful tease. But, oh, man, I love this episode. I love this episode. I absolutely, 10 out of 10. I absolutely loved this episode from start to finish. So much to talk about, so much to mention. Firstly, I want to start off with the actor that played Perry White. I think he did a phenomenal job this episode. I loved him throughout every scene he was in. I thought he played the drunk really well. I thought he played the reporter really well. I loved how observative he was. I loved how much admiration and love he had for journalism and reporting, and you could see how much pain it caused him to lose that via Lionel clearly getting him fired. And it resulted in him being a drunk, which is really, really sad, and following these absolutely bizarre stories on the X-Styles, which is just so funny. Nice little rip-off there. I thought the interactions between him and Clark were phenomenal. I loved that he got exposed to Clark's abilities, and that it was the back and forth of, is he drunk? Is he just hallucinating it? Is it really happening? But he knows it really happened. And even with that ending there where Clark didn't save him, I feel like Perry White will inevitably find out, or will get close to again, because there's no way, or actually, nah, it's not no way. If it doesn't, it's fine, but I just feel like as good of a reporter he is, and like I said, the sort of love he has for it, how observative he is, how truly good he is at it, to the point that Lionel got him fired because he was going to expose Lionel for whatever he has or had been doing, which I'm really fascinated to find out what he's got on him. And I would just love to see it come out and ruin Lionel, but I know Lionel will find a way to turn it to his advantage, so we just have to wait and see on that front. But yeah, Perry White was phenomenal. I loved his interactions with everybody this episode, to be honest. I loved the interactions between him and Clark, him and Lana. I loved the backstory and the history between him and Lex, and how he used Lex to get dirt on Lionel, and Lex holds a grudge against him. I could see that rubbing up again in the future, there being tension based. I found it interesting that he went to Lex as well for information on Clark, for the exchange of information on Lionel, and we don't necessarily know if that will come back up again in the future. Obviously, Lex scared him away this time because he's going through some traumatic stuff and it's affecting him significantly. But who's to say later down the line they don't exchange some pleasantries for quid pro quo. I could definitely see it happening. What else? I really loved how the solar flare played into this episode as well, putting Clark's abilities into overdrive. So sometimes his abilities were constantly on the use, and the other times he was losing his abilities entirely and making him vulnerable. And I like the full circle episode of how it tied into the ending and him being vulnerable and showing Perry that when he was vulnerable that he didn't have abilities to make Perry believe him. I really liked that twist because it, again, just full circle of the episode. I just loved everything start to finish. This is one of my favorite episodes. I know I probably say that a bit, but this one really stood out to me just on all fronts. I thought the acting was phenomenal. I loved the way the episode went. Like, one of my favourite scenes in Smallville was seeing that tractor fall out of the sky and Perry was stood there and then Clark super speeded over. That was amazing. Like, absolutely amazing. I was hoping that was going to happen when I saw it thrown that high, but I just didn't think it would. And the fact they'd done it and they still managed to find a way to pull it off at the end where you could neutralise Perry's suspicion for now, it was just phenomenal. Hands down, absolutely loved it. It didn't move the main story forward too much, but in terms of an episode in itself and just a one-off all-rounded story, I thought it was brilliant. Introduced us to Perry White really nicely, and I really hope he comes back in the future. Like I said, I absolutely love the actor that portrayed him, and I thought the writing for him was just perfect. So I would love to see him return. Maybe he could get some more scenes with someone like Chloe in the future, because I thought that was a very little underrated little tease in this episode with Chloe clearly admiring Perry and knowing about him previously being a journalist and a reporter and being very good at it, but something happened to him, and also finding out that Lionel was the one that got him fired. With those two being in the same predicament, it would make some interesting dynamics in the future that I would love to see, so maybe we could come back to them. I also love that Pete was in this episode and that he got some decent roles in it. I like how they brought him in and that he was already doing off the camera research in terms of looking up at the solar flare, seeing if it's affecting Clark, and being the answer to that question, then being a solution to a problem in terms of helping Clark escape. I thought that was a really good twist. And then saving Clark and Perry at the end. I thought it was a really all-rounded good episode for Pete. Despite him not being the centre theme of the episode, being a side character, these are the sort of stories I want to see with Pete. I really hope they utilize him more like this in the future with more stories like this. He doesn't need to be the main character. He doesn't need to be in it that much, but you've given him beautiful moments this episode that build to his character, add depth, add a bit more story for him, which is just really nice to see. I loved the scene between Clark and Lana at the end as well. I like how that came full circle and and the ordeal between her and Perry and the confrontation there and the little bit of turmoil it presented with her and Clark to begin with. I really like how that came full circle with her being exposed to having to remember about her parents dying the day of the meteor shower, to them being able to get a little bit of her grief out of the way to be able to visit them and speak to them again, and to speak about Clark to them as well, which was a really nice thing to add on to the end of that while she was obviously sharing and confiding in Clark. I just really like that bookend. I feel like the episode had a lot of bookends, and that was really nice for me. I just think that they did that really well. Feel like I'm missing something, guys. Like something was burning a hole in my head that I wanted to say a second ago and I forgot. This is what happens when there's just so many good things throughout the episode that you tend to forget. Here's one thing I wanted to mention, yes. So, this is the second or third time Lana has gone directly to Lex for help and not Clark, even though I don't feel the situation between them warranted her not speaking to Clark first about the scenario and saying that it irritated her a bit, and understanding Clark because he wasn't in that out of his own choosing. And if she just gave him a little bit of time and a little bit of talking to, she would have understood that as well. But is that going to be something that happens more and more in the future? Is Lex and Lana's relationship going to build? That looks like something that's slowly developing. Remember, he did teach her how to defend herself, and she did defend herself, so she's already gained a lot of respect for Lex, and they've already developed a strong foundation. He's helped her again this episode and lived up to what he said he would do. So is that going to continue? I certainly think it could, and I'd be very fascinated to see what sort of relationship they could develop later down the line, and seeing if they could become close or whatnot. That would be interesting to see. I wonder if it would make Clark jealous. I imagine it would, but we just have to wait and see. I really like seeing Chloe this episode as well. We seem to be able to get everybody in this episode, other than I don't think Lionel showed up, I don't believe, which was nice. I hope we get more story with Chloe, because I feel like there's such a good subplot there with her being blackmailed by Lionel and the position her family's in. What's going on with the investigation into Clark? How much information has she got for Lionel currently? Is she still doing it right now? Because I imagine she is. There's a lot of questions there I want answers to, so I'm really, really, really excited to see what happens with that throughout the rest of this season. But like I said, guys, all in all, for an all-round episode, this was solid, start to finish. Love the story, open-ended. Love the characters, love the writing, love the storytelling. It was just all absolutely perfect. I couldn't be happier, honestly. I find it really interesting as well with Lex and the Doctor. That's another thing I wanted to mention. I like their dynamic, and I love how it started with Lex hating on her and wanting her to get away because he just wanted to get through those sessions so he could complete his psychological evaluation for Lionel and get into the company to carry out Lex's ulterior motives, because remember, he definitely has his own motives for this. It isn't just getting the family back together. No. But then as it went throughout the episode, and she obviously failed him on his psychological evaluation and recommended more treatment, he didn't like that and lashed out, but then came to the realization that it could actually benefit him, and he is going to open up on the things that he really needs to talk about and get through on his trauma and his grief. I understand that a lot. I've been in that predicament much longer than Lex has, so I admire him like hell for being able to come to that conclusion as quickly as that. I thought it was very strong. Like I said, I thought the writing was all round perfect. I just absolutely loved it start to finish. I would like to see that Doctor appear more and see a bit more of their therapy sessions and see how it changes Lex, the things that come out. Are there going to be things that we don't know about in those sessions as well? I imagine so, because there's going to be his traumas throughout his life, not just recent events, especially to do with his father and his ex-fiancée. So we'll have to see. But there's so many stories, guys, going on right now, that the way they're able to do an episode like this and make it as good as it was without adding any of the main subplots that you're expecting to see was just phenomenal. Absolutely loved it start to finish, and I can't wait to get into the next story and see if it's the main plot or another side plot. But we just have to wait and see. But I think that about covers everything I needed to talk about. But if I did miss anything that you guys wanted me to acknowledge specifically, please let me know in the comments down below. I would love to hear your thoughts and opinions anyway, whether you liked the episode and whether you didn't. But just let me know in the comments. I think this is where we're going to end it now though, guys. So I hope you enjoyed this reaction, and if you did, you know what to do. Hit that like button and subscribe for more. I do really appreciate all your support, guys. It does mean the world to me, so thank you for that. Stay tuned for the next Smallville reaction, or whatever reaction video comes out first. If you're watching multiple on my channel, I really do appreciate it. And I will catch you all in the next one. Take care, everyone.